Okay, and that wraps this morning's breakfast. It's been a while since I posted this YouTube channel. Hey, thanks for following if you're still watching this video. So for today's video, we're gonna be filming an upper body workout. I'm also gonna get my body fat percent tested. It's been a while since I've actually got my body fat percent measured. I'm hoping I didn't gain too much weight during COVID. I know I got one test done and it looked like we were losing some muscle. I wasn't working out on my lower body as much. In my upper body, especially my back, I wasn't able to activate it as much in my home gym. So gyms are still closed here in California. Luckily my apartment still has a nice spicy rooftop gym, and yeah, we're still open. So we're gonna go check that out. We get some footage of what the gym looks like. The rooftop area, it's quite an awesome facility. All right, let's take the camera, let's go. Better with us? Ooh, all to ourselves. Yes, sir. All right, guys, we're going to the rooftop here. Quite a big amount of floors. All right, guys, one of my favorite new things about this apartment is the rooftop. And wow, this is an awesome rooftop facility. And then right there, we have the gym. There's a little bit of an outdoor training area. You know, a small turf, just push some heavy weight around. But I love this rooftop gym, and we're right across, you know, the Angel Stadium. So it's definitely a good place to get a workout in. But let's go check out the gym really quick. Okay, everyone, this is where the voiceover part of the video is gonna start. You know, not every video I make is gonna have a commentary, but this video is actually the first one we've uploaded to the channel in quite a while. And I thought it'd be appropriate to kind of walk you guys through what I'm doing through my upper body workouts, kind of how I start. And here at the start, we're actually doing some back extensions. On upper body, we really want to warm up our lower back. So my warm-ups are going to be back extensions and lat pull downs, or in this case, it can also be any assisted pull-ups. But for me, back extensions, they feel fantastic to start off with for upper body workouts, for lower body workouts. So in my warm-ups, I don't do a ton of stretching, but I do a lot of small sets, just getting the body, through the motions. And for bench press, which is gonna be kind of the first exercise on our list, I'll be using just a bar, but I don't know if I have that recorded here. So just my back extensions and lat pull downs will be the first two things I do at the start. And for both of these, I'm just kind of taking them slow. Just trying to get the, just get the eccentric motion, kind of extend as long as I can. Kind of feel the weight hit my lats for lat pull downs. And then for back extensions, I just want to make it feel like I have that arch developing in my lower back. And then what I do is I focus on that arch and I keep it kind of present through all my back movements and chest movements. So we're going to be having a really tight lower back and really wide opened lats for our chest exercises. Okay, it's no surprise on International Chest Day, being that this is a Monday, we're going to start off with some incline barbell bench press. It's absolutely one of my favorite exercises. So I've been trying to develop a strong chest. I think over 10 years, really, over a long time. I mean, I've been weightlifting since I've been in high school. My freshman year of high school actually was the first time I got a gym membership. And the more I think about it, I'm already, I've gone through high school, which is 4 years. I've gone through college, which was another 4 years. And I've also been out of college for another 2. If you add up my weightlifting career, I've been working out for 10 years. So, do I know a little bit about the bench press? Yes. And what I've learned is that over these last few months, that incline bench press is the superior one. No, I've learned to actually really love incline barbell bench press. It's something I can overload very well using that it's a barbell. And the incline position has always felt comfortable for me. I've always adjusted the seat to be actually move with the bench on an incline. I've had it flat. Today's just flat. It's just kind of a nice and easy Monday. This isn't going to be one of the hardest Mondays where I'm trying to hit a PR and impress all of you guys. It's actually just me going through the motions, taking out the new camera and trying to find out, what looks good on camera, really what is looking good on the physique. And, it's a great day when you're hitting incline barbell bench press for your first actual exercise. So It's a few sets we're doing, 3 sets of actually working weight. And the working weight today is 185 pounds. And the first set, I typically use just a bar. I go to just one plate, 45 pounds on each side. And then my working weight is about 75% of my max. For me, I'm really comfortable with the 185 to 215. So we're at the low end today of just 185. And we're going to try to hit that target of 10 reps just for 3 sets. And for me, I'm not going to cheat the movement in any particular way. I'm just going to let the bar touch my chest, rest it for maybe a second, and just just push it up. We don't want to bounce it too much. And to be fair, it does get hard working out the same muscles over and over again. So you're going to have those reps. It feels like you can't control. It feels like the weight's a little too heavy. And when that happens, the muscle might already be at a hypertrophy state, or for the most part, the weight might be a little too much for what we can handle on that particular day. You might need like a deload day or deload week in this case. But for me, 185 on the low end, it just feels comfortable. It's maybe 75% of my 1 rep max, and it's just something I can work with basically anytime. You can put me onto a bench, whether I've warmed up or I've gone straight cold into the day. Put me in a tank top, of course, right? And I'm going to push that weight up. Okay, and so from that, we can conclude that the incline barbell bench press is an absolute staple to building our chest. For me, the incline variation is going to target more of those upper chest muscle fibers, and that's something we really want to accentuate in our physique. Of course, I want to be as wide as possible. I want my shoulders to grow, but the very center of my physique is my chest, and of course my core down below. But the chest is kind of what people look at the most. If you've got a great chest going, and people are going to love the rest of the physique. If the chest isn't popping as much, that may draw eyes towards any other weaker parts that are kind of appearing on our physique. So doing incline barbell bench press, like I said, guys, it lets me overload it because it's a barbell. I can add 5 pounds to the side. I can add 10 pounds. I can really mess around with the weight and get that press movement in. Now, something you're going to see me do quite often is change the angle of the bar. I really do like a nice normal stance, not too wide, not too narrow. For me, it's basically right outside my shoulders and then maybe another hand outside that. But my second variation that I just showed you guys right here is a very wide, I would say illegal lift, right? It's an ultra wide, incline bench press, and I take the weight a little bit lower. In this one, I'm still focusing on hypertrophy in this workout. I want blood flow. I want that blood flow to enter my chest. I want my chest to feel like it's getting pumped, and adding another angle just by making your hands a little bit wider. For me, it can accentuate maybe a wide push-up, except it's something I can overload because it's still the barbell bench press. You can't forget that with a barbell, you get a lot more angles if you go wider, if you go narrower, and you could target a different part of the upper body. In this case, we're going to be targeting more of that outer chest appearance, and then at the very end, it does feel like that pump is becoming a little bit more complete with our pressing motion. So a complete chest workout for me would include multiple angles that target the chest, incline still being the favorite, but kind of varying the hand grip allows for me to get some different types of depth and detail into my chest. And for this one, I'm going to do another 2 to 3 sets. It just kind of depends on the day. Depends on if my chest felt like it was fully depleted from incline bench press. But since it's my first workout, no. Usually I like to go with a wider angle incline bench press, or even a machine that can offer me a similar overloading state, and maybe there's no risk of injury using a machine. But right now we have to use what we got. There is a chest press machine in our gym, which we will hit on our next workout. But for this one, we're going to keep it simple. Just use a barbell and vary that hand grip. And for you guys, you do want to find out what's comfortable for you. If you've never tried a wider grip before, take it real light. Really get used to the movement. Put the weight on after, and let the muscle follow. Let it grow from you already having proper form, proper execution of the lift, and you're going to love the results. So it's really the main part. Okay, so after any
fantastic pressing motion. Oh my God, do I want to stretch my chest? I mean, of course I love to flex it too in between sets, but a nice, high to low stretch for me always does a trick. Of course, we're gonna do a few different variations of some flies today. My first variation, actually in all three variations, we're gonna kind of keep our arms almost locked out. There is a slight bend in my elbow, not too much though. It is actually pretty much almost locked out. In this circumstance, circumstance here, with our arm position, it's going to allow us to overload that weight onto our chest and kind of hit that side chest. Of course, it does look like the those front delts are being activated just a tad bit, but our side chest will benefit a lot from getting that nice full stretch and then bringing the weight in. It just lets all that weight kind of compound into that side nugget of chest muscle we're developing. So for me, the first variation I'm going to do is this high to low, right? That's going to target a set of muscle fibers that could maybe be similar to our lower chest here. But the next one that I think is an absolute favorite from everyone is just a nice mid position on the chest. You're going to hit a lot of muscle fibers here on the side. I think in any machine, this one's going to feel the best. And I think you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck just doing this one. Just finding a good midpoint for where your chest kind of meets these cables. And that's just like an absolute, favorite. It feels like you're trying to hug someone, but we're actually putting so much weight onto our chest. I just want to do it over and over again. So it's like you're hugging yourself, you're hugging your chest, right? It's an absolute favorite here. Another angle from the side can just kind of show the benefits of us overloading the weight. But just for today, I kept everything, around 45 seconds to a minute for each of these chest flies. Doing them one after another and doing 3 sets can really overload the chest with time under tension. So one of the huge benefits about using a cable machine is the time under tension value we can get. This weight on my chest is kind of present through the whole motion. Even at the very end where I'm kind of stretching my chest out, there's still weight on it. And I have to kind of use my chest, the press that weight forward with our fly here. So the big benefit of using a machine like this is to value what you have. And you have essentially a loading frame that can allow you to overload your chest and keep that weight on it for that time under tension development. So this is our last exercise here for our chest flies. And if you guys are going to ask me if you should be adding these variations of flies to your workout, the answer is going to be absolutely yes. If you don't have access to a cable machine, we can still hit time under tension on our chest with these flies, with a dumbbell, of course. Now, for me, I love the feeling of a dumbbell, but you really can't match the feeling of this cable machine. I think just easily, it's an easy setup and go, right? You can start here at the top, hit the mid, and then do low to high. And it's a really easy flow. I feel like it's the best for time. However, if you have dumbbells, you can, of course, get a different variation on a bench, and you can kind of put yourself into those movements. However, I think most people that have dumbbells that try to do chest flies, they will not do all of these angles, especially if you don't have a really complicated bench or the multiple sets up of angles you would need to accomplish from that bench. So most people don't have that equipment. So if you have access to a cable machine, try to reap the benefits of putting your chest through a workout at each one of these angles. And this next clip is going to be for basically anyone who doesn't have access to this equipment. I have another variation of a chest fly press that I love. Now, in this slight variation, I'm going to be having the weights like they're in a fly, and I'm going to get that depth of a fly onto my chest. But I'm going to press it up, all right? So for anyone who doesn't have access to a cable fly machine, or if you're just sick of doing dumbbell flies in general, a nice chest fly press is actually another big favorite. You're going to develop a nice little, I would say, a muscle nugget on the side of your chest. Getting comfortable in this position, of course, does require some time to, work out that lower back. It kind of lets me get an arch on the bench and it lets me find a nice deep pocket for my shoulder blades to go down and back into. And after I'm in that position, I can easily kick up almost any weight I have on the rack in front of me. At this gym, we only get 75-pound dumbbells, but basically any weight I grab, I can put into this motion because it's like a simple, dumbbell press, except for me, the variation of this, neutral grip, it feels a lot more comfortable because I'm used to this fly movement, and it feels like I'm getting more muscle fibers activated in this grip, and I can press it up relatively easily. Now, if you're new to this movement, of course you want to start with lighter weight. Get comfortable with it, because if you already have a strong bench press, this is another extra angle to attack your chest, and I would say you're going to reap a lot of benefits, the same kind of benefits you would get from doing a really wide dip or a really wide bench press. So definitely not something to be ignored. It's an incredible physique, and looking at this man flex, I mean, you're going to want to develop that side chest any way you can to complete your physique. So using one or all of these variations will help you develop a full chest. For me, I actually do each one of these exercises in my upper body workout basically every time I attack my chest. Now, the equipment I use may be different. It may even be at a different gym. But in this situation, I'm actually primarily training at this apartment gym. So I'm going to be building my chest like with this exact workout over and over again, until I find that it's not working, until I need something a little bit newer, a little bit more different, maybe another angle, right? So our last thing for the chest, like you heard before, we like to get that depth, from any movement we can, from the dumbbells, kind of pushing our elbows back. In this situation, an assisted dip machine allows me to kind of get that nice deep activation of my chest. And this is another exercise I will do for 3 to 4 sets. At the very start, I'm gonna kind of have the machine assisting my weight, sometimes around 80 pounds, just to warm up the movement, guys. There's nothing wrong with warming up your chest over and over again. You could say, hey, one extra set isn't needed. Well, I don't want to have any more injuries in the gym, right? I've never been injured, and I follow a ton of YouTubers, ton of celebrities, basically in the fitness community. And all you can see are constant injuries from people not warming up, picking up a heavy weight, and they'll end up, tearing their bicep. They'll end up throwing out their lower back. They will, in this situation, they could tear a chest muscle, right? You could tear a muscle in your chest. Do I want to do that? No. Do I want to tear my rotator cuff out? Absolutely not. I rather pick a lighter weight in this assisted dip, get on the machine, and just get comfortable, right? I want to essentially build on what I'm starting. And if you start at a kind of a high weight for your assisted dip, you can end it on a pretty low weight. I mean, I can do dips, right, guys? I have a really strong upper body. I don't really need this machine, but once in a while, at the end of a chest workout, it feels great to have that assistance. And I'm going to take the benefits of this machine and use the accessibility it's offering me. And if you guys watched my last chest workout, you would have noticed I actually did do dips without any type of a machine assistance. And like I said, dips have always been a staple in my arm development and in my chest. But what the machine allows me to do, it allows me to get really comfortable in that low dip point that I really couldn't do without some machine assistance. So once you kind of develop that comfortableness in your low dip, you feel like your chest is being activated, from the start of the rep to the end of the rep, you can eventually take off the weight, no assistance needed. And let's get right to our last workout. The last thing I recorded was some shoulder press, and we did some shoulder flies as well, some dumbbell flies. However, I did not record those, so you're just gonna have to watch me do some shoulder press with a barbell, of course, to end our upper body workout. And in this small series, we just kind of did chest and shoulders. I usually hit arms as well, but we didn't have time to record all that today. I actually got quite a lot of questions on who is this man and why is he recording in our gym. It's kind of the camera is kind of new to me, and recording in a gym isn't something I'm super comfortable with. If anything, I'm a little bit nervous doing this voiceover. But our last exercise is a shoulder press. So thank you guys for watching and bearing with me as I'm getting comfortable in this commentary and in making more frequent YouTube videos. So shoulder press, what I really like to start off with is just kind of bringing my elbows to 90 degrees. But once I've fully warmed up my shoulders, I'm adding a 25 on each side, adding another 10. It feels like I can go a little bit lower. It feels like the depth can enter there. It feels like my shoulders are warmed up and they can take almost any weight I throw at them. And of course, if the weight gets too heavy, you're going to notice you don't have that depth. You're going to feel like you want to back out of that rep really fast. And right behind me, I have that box. I can kind of put a limiter on to where they'll stop the weights from going too low. But this is weight I'm relatively comfortable with. I'm just kind of ending my upper body workout with something I'm very familiar with. This isn't a new exercise for my shoulders. They're actually very comfortable with a barbell press. As you guys can tell in my last few workout videos, I was in a home gym and the primary muscle building tool I had access to was one barbell. So I got really comfortable with doing any type of a barbell press, whether it's for the chest or for the shoulders. And just like our other barbell exercise, you're gonna notice a pattern of about 3 sets of working weight. And I'm outside the box in this situation. This working weight, it is heavy for me. It is something I could definitely fail on, but I've gotten very comfortable with hitting barbell presses to where I could do quite a few reps and not feel like I'm gonna fail anytime soon. So I will, for the most part, do these without any spotter. But this last set, basically I'm fully taxed out here, and I'm just kind of ready to end my gym day and let's go on to the next step. Let's go get that body fat percent measured. All right, guys.
Our next stop is actually NutriShop. So we're gonna get our body fat percent tested now. Just wanna take a few moments. All right, I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, guys, and we're on our way to that NutriShop, and we got a little bit of a Lamborghini here in the parking lot. Very nice. All right, let's make our way. All right, guys, we made it to the NutriShop. It's only a mile away from our apartment at the moment, so it's really close and it's really easy to get a body fat percent test when we need it done. It's my first time going in here quite a while. We did get COVID back in December and we're healthy now. It's been, I think over 45 days and I haven't been in contact with anyone that's had it, but we still want to be safe during these times. So we got the mask on. Hopefully the audio still sounds pretty good, and let's go see what we're at right now. All right, guys. So we got our test back and it looks really freaking solid. Our results here, our body fat is at 8.3%. Our lean body mass, according to this result, is actually the leanest it's ever been to, 17.6. Our weight, 212, that's basically on point. I'm someone that fluctuates between about 208, 215 pretty often. So it's actually a perfect fluctuation for us. We've been eating very lean this year, so it's been a nice step up to actually get the lowest body fat we've ever recorded. And then, of course, I think NutriShop gave us that perfect 100 score. 0 pounds of fat add, 0 pounds of muscle. But, I mean, come on, the goal is add more muscle, so we're going to keep eating to sustain what we can sustain, on our body. But yeah, I'm just actually really excited. I was actually pretty surprised to get these results. Hey guys, so this is what our physique looks like at supposedly 8% body fat. Now I can tell you, I have been leaner in the past. When it comes to conditioning for my body, I usually do a lot more cardio and I'm in a calorie deficit, and I'm also doing weight training or hypertrophy training. Right now, I've been neglecting cardio, and when it comes to hypertrophy training, my training has been staggered for my legs and my back, and it's actually been staggered on my compound movements because of, you guys already know, the last 10 months we've been in a pandemic, so it's been hard to go to the gym. So really, this year is my first real effort again at doing some functional training, getting all those compound movements back in for my upper body, for my lower body, for my back, of course. So our physique looks pretty solid. We're pretty low body fat. The core could use a brush up though. I haven't actually done a lot of core movements. I just haven't been as motivated,
but I'm hoping this YouTube channel can like remotivate me to actually really want to achieve the physique I've been trying to get. And I did actually achieve a fantastic physique these last 2 years. Last year, I think, being the leanest I ever was before this. And this year, we're already starting out the year strong, so I should expect more results. Keep the body fat pretty low. We just want to maintain our muscle mass. And I'm going to take you guys through my, my meal plans that I'm using to essentially keep the physique I have and how to build some lean muscle mass on top of it. But I'm pretty happy with it. The back, let's get a quick little snap of the back. My back's never been too impressive, so, you know, don't hate me, guys. This is with no pump too, of course. This is just us trying to get a pump here in the apartment, just by flexing. All right. You know, there's not a lot to show, but there's definitely still a lot we can grow in our physique. And I mean, yeah, being a low body fat helps the appearance, despite my muscle mass being the same this last year, you know. So I'm just really happy with those results. And, you know, I'll take you guys through what's happening next in just a few moments. Okay, so I just want to thank basically anyone who watched this full video. I mean, hey, it's a lot to watch, especially my first video coming back to YouTube and trying to actually start this YouTube channel. So I definitely thank each and every one of you that can make it all the way through such a long video. I promise I have a lot of exciting content I'm going to be sharing with you guys. A lot of people were requesting this one though. They really wanted to see a full body workout. They wanted some commentary. And they didn't want me to edit through everything. They wanted to see some raw lifts and just see me go through a workout and see, you know, all the comfortable and uncomfortable faces I can make in one day of lifting. So the next thing that we've had requested has been meal plans. So I'm gonna go through a full day of eating, and then I'm gonna go through a few more workouts with you guys. Just make sure you follow this YouTube channel. Definitely check out my Instagram. DM me if you have any questions. I'm gonna be posting a lot more on this channel and on my Instagram. I just want to share this new year with you guys and just record every moment and make it one that's going to last. So if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about the video. Hey, cheers, guys. I'll see you in the next one.